ticket to traffic and I ain't got no brakes. I already passed you. You don't like what I'm doing, who asked you?
YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Mark the Vapor, and today we get another vape vlog type of video for you guys. I'm going to be going over a couple products in this video, some 1 month little updates, talk about some things. I'm also going to be talking about this Noisy Cricket, which was my last video where I did out of the box first impressions on it. Really quickly, want to let you guys know that I got quite a few products coming in. Now, I know I said that in my last video, and there hasn't really been any product videos since. However, I do want to let you know that I've, checked tracking, all that type of stuff. So I do got some mods coming in and some atomizers, which I'm really looking forward to. Gonna do some building videos on them and just kind of, out of the box first impressions, full reviews, etc, etc. So it's going to be pretty awesome, guys. Definitely stay tuned for all of those coming up. But I do got a couple products that I do want to talk about for you guys, one of them being the Noisy Cricket. Also want to talk about this Hannya RDA. I did first impressions on this on my other channel, and it's been about a couple weeks now, so I figured I would kind of do the full review on the Hannya RDA. But again, guys, this is going to be a pretty chill video, obviously a vape vlog, so be sure to sit back, relax, and just enjoy the video, guys. Grab a drink, grab your mod, and grab some juice, and just kind of hang out. Now, if you guys watch my first impressions video, you guys know I said a ton of positive things about the Noisy Cricket. I love this mod. It was like my first series device, and I just absolutely loved it. Now, I still do absolutely love this mod. I've been using it a ton since I did that video. It's honestly probably one of my favorite mods that I own, just due to the size, the power, and it's just an amazing mod. I've been having a lot of fun building on here, doing all different kinds of things, and it's just a really, really nice mod. However, along the past week or so that I've had it, I've come across a couple cons with it that I do want to point out. So one of the biggest cons that I've come across with this mod is the leaking on your atomizers and then it affecting the mod. So I know that sounds confusing, but I'm going to kind of explain this. So what I mean by this is when you have an atomizer on here and it leaks, I find a lot of times it actually gets inside the mod and all over your batteries. It's absolutely pretty annoying, guys. It's crazy. But it just seeps down into, that connector and the button. Obviously, it being a hybrid connector, there's holes in it that go straight down to your battery. So it can be pretty annoying, guys. And I'm just going to kind of quickly show you what I mean. So if we take this button off right here, as you see me doing, and I take this battery out, you will actually see that this has juice on it. So as you guys can see, I just took this out and there's just juice all over this thing. I mean, it just leaks all down onto your batteries, guys. It's just crazy. I mean, I don't know about you, but this is a pretty big con for me. I just kind of wish that they had, a thing in there to maybe stop the juice, because it really just gets all down in there. It leaks all over the place. It's actually inside the mod and the tubes. So I don't know, guys. I mean, this is not, a performance con that would stop me from, purchasing this, but it's just a huge thing to mention that when you actually leak juice from your atomizer, it's just going to go all down into your device, all over your batteries, and you're going to have to clean it. And it just can be kind of annoying to, take your batteries out and have them just covered in e-juice, and your mod insides are just covered in e-juice. I mean, that's just a con that you'll kind of have to pick for yourself, whether it's, something that will stop you from buying it or not. Personally, for me, it's really not a huge con. It's just something that I've been noticing, and it can just be a little frustrating because, a lot of times I'll go to change my batteries and they're just completely covered in juice. So just something to quickly kind of point out. Now, a couple little minor cons that I've just noticed. One of them is just this button right here, and it's Delrin, and when you use a coin to unscrew it, it can get kind of, messed up. Now, this is just something I've also pointed out in the first impressions. But it's just something I want to mention, you know, that this thing right here, the button where you use a coin to unscrew it, can get a little messed up. I've been using my fingers a lot of time to unscrew it. However, I've noticed that it tends to, you know, come unscrewed a little bit as I'm vaping it. I've noticed quite a few times where I've gone to press this down and it actually just doesn't fire, and then I noticed that the button's actually a little bit unscrewed and it's not fully down. So I'm not saying that, you know, your button's gonna come unscrewed, but if you use your fingers, you might not be able to get it tight enough to the point where it will stay. So, and just something to point out, I kind of wish they used a different material. Now, I did mention the upgrade kit in my first impressions video that Fat Daddy Vapes makes with a upgraded button and an upgraded connector, which instead of a hybrid connection is a 510 connection. Again, I'll throw the link down below in case you didn't see my first impressions and you want to pick that up. However, that button, they actually have kind of this, I don't really know how to explain it. It's made to be unscrewed with your fingers. I forget what it's called. It's knurling, that's what it's called. It has knurling around the button so you can actually unscrew it with your fingers. However, this one does not have that, so it's not really meant to be unscrewed with your fingers or screwed in with your fingers, but I've managed to do it. And, you know, it works good enough, and it's going to protect that little coin slot there from being completely destroyed. So you can do either one of those. I probably will have a review of that upgrade kit pretty soon. I definitely do want to pick those up because it looks pretty cool. But with all that being said, guys, this mod is phenomenal. I still freaking love this thing. Even with those couple cons, it is still a fantastic mod. Highly recommend you guys pick one up. I'll throw a link down below to the cheapest place I found it, which I think is like 18, 19 bucks, which is just freaking crazy. But enough with the mod, guys. Let's talk about this atomizer I got sitting on here. This is the Hannya RDA. It's a postless RDA, guys, which is just crazy. These RDAs seem to have gotten pretty popular recently. A lot of companies are making them, and they're just pretty much RDAs with no post, and they actually are pretty popular. You know, when I first heard of postless RDAs, I thought it was kind of weird. Like, why would you not have post? I don't see what was wrong with that. But I've been building on this RDA and using it a ton, guys. Probably my most used RDA since I've got it, and it's just incredible. You can pretty much throw anything at this RDA and it will just take it, guys. I mean, you have tons of room. It's absolutely insane. You can stuff cotton in here. It's just a really fun and easy RDA to build on. Now, you would think with a postless RDA it'd be harder than a post RDA, but it's actually a lot easier. This is a super simple RDA to build on, and it's super fun. You can throw so many different types of builds in here. There's so much unique and creative builds out there for postless RDAs. It's a ton of fun. I honestly really do enjoy this Hannya one though. I know there's tons of other ones out there, but this one's actually pretty fun to build on. And I just like this RDA for a lot of other reasons. It has really good airflow. I love the Delrin drip tip that comes on it. It's a wide bore. It also has a really nice spitback guard. So all those things combined, I think, make this RDA a phenomenal RDA. Now, I do wish that it had the option to change, you know, out the drip tip on it. However, you are stuck with this Delrin wide bore drip tip that comes on it. So you do not have the ability to change out your drip tip. That may be a con for you. I kind of wish you could, but then again, this drip tip on here is really nice because it also does have that spit back guard. So you won't be getting juice spitting back in your mouth, and especially if you're using something like a Noisy Cricket unregulated series, you definitely do not want spit back because that shit will be really hot. So just quickly showing you the RDA, here we have the Hannya logo. It's kind of like a devil type of thing. There's your wide bore drip tip with your spitback guard, if you guys can see those holes in there. It's a lot like the Mad Hatter Mini that I did a first impressions and review on, and it just works really well. There's your airflow, kind of like a octagon type of thing or a hexagon. So it looks really nice and it works really well. You have 4 holes on the top and bottom and then 3 in the middle, or 2 on the top and bottom and 3 in the middle. either way, guys, it works really, really, really well. And over here you also have the same, and then you just take your top off like most RDAs. There you can kind of get a better look at that spitback guard. So you have a dual coil mode, and then you have your single coil mode, which is also amazing. I love the ability to either do single or dual coils. And here's your deck. Yeah, it looks pretty crazy. So how this works, I'll probably throw a picture of the deck up on the screen. So this just uses 4 Allen screws, and they're on the outside of the deck. You have 4 of them, and then there's 4 holes on the deck. So you just drop your coils in those holes and screw these down. And as you see, you have a ton of room right there for cotton. I mean, it's crazy. You can do a lot of crazy things. You have this whole deck to put your coils on, so you can just go to work putting coils on here and doing all different kinds of stuff. It's pretty incredible, guys. So I just got a dual coil build in here with some 24 gauge Canthal, and it just works phenomenal. It's so easy to build on, and it's just so nuts. Now you do need to keep in mind that you will need to pre-cut your leads on a postless RDA. You don't have any holes or posts to put it through and then screw it down and cut your leads. Instead, you literally just drop the leads right in and screw it down. So you do need to pre-cut those leads. You might, not do it right the first or second time, but once you kind of get it, it works really well. So you do want those coils a little bit off the deck. Obviously, you don't want to cause a short, but you don't want them too high up either. So I just leave like a millimeter or 2 of them above the deck, and it works really well. So once you learn, the size of your leads, you don't want to cut them super short. Just kind of, leave a little bit on there, and you shouldn't have any issues, and it just works so well. I mean, I've done so many different types of coil builds. Really, I couldn't tell you a coil build that this could handle. The post holes, obviously they do have a size limit to them, but they are pretty big, at least on this RDA, and you have just a ton of deck room, so you don't have to worry, if you're gonna hit your coil's gonna hit, the barrel of your atomizer and cause a short, or if it's going to hit the top. You're just building on a flat circle, 22 millimeters. So it just is incredible. You don't have this huge 4 posts going down the center or anything. You just have free open room to build on. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the Hannya RDA, and just to kind of sum it up, in the time I've had it, it's been probably my favorite RDA. There's only really one con that I've come across with this RDA, and that's just the screws are kind of a little bit, the threading's not the best, but by no means is that a con that's going to stop you from buying it or anything. At least for me, you can get the screws in, everything works well. It's just something to mention, they're not the best threads, but that's not really that big of a con when you compare all the pros of this RDA, in my opinion. I mean, it's just an amazing RDA with tons of build options, and you got a wide variety of airflow options as well. You can have this thing fully open and just complete chucking. You can close it off quite a bit as well. So that's really awesome. And you also got that spitback guard on top. So it just works really well, guys, and I just love this RDA a ton. That's pretty much gonna wrap up the video for today. Don't want to make a super long video. My Noisy Cricket out of the box first impressions was crazy long, but I do want to let you guys know that I got some products coming in, like I said at the beginning of the video, and I've been saying in my videos. So definitely stay tuned for that, guys. I got some pretty cool stuff coming with atomizers and mods that I'm really looking forward to, kind of doing first impressions on with you guys. Definitely excited for that. So definitely stay tuned, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, trying to get a lot more active over there. If you ever have any questions or want to contact me, just be free to tweet at me. I don't know if that made sense. But without further ado, guys, that's pretty much going to end the video for today. Overall, though, what you should get from this video is that I absolutely love this Hannya RDA right here, and it's one of my favorite RDAs. And I love this Noisy Cricket as well, but there are some little cons with it that I just wanted to give you guys. So I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay safe, stay vaping, and keep on chucking those clouds.